Dear alumni of St. Xavier's College, this is to wish each one of you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 26. Our alumni are one of our most precious assets, and in fact the signature mark of any institution is, especially an educational institution, is the quality of the alumni it generates. And I must say we have been very blessed and privileged to have excellent alumni, not only in India but spread all over the globe. We are trying our best over this past year and especially in the coming year to substantially develop our alumni association and our alumni network. We've very recently I've been to the United States, and I was happy to kickstart a small alumni chapter both in Chicago and Manhattan, New York. Chicago, there were very few alumni who showed up for that meeting, but in New York, many more, and that the WhatsApp group that they have started has included many more members. Then I went to Dubai a few months back, and even with very short notice, there were about 30 alumni who showed up, and they've started a group on WhatsApp, and they've expanded their network as well. And recently I went to Kochi, and we have much younger alumni there, but they are very enthusiastic. They met just a couple of days back as a follow-up after our first meeting. And in fact, I'd like all these chapters to really take off with a little assistance from our side. What is the purpose of starting these alumni chapters? The first one would be networking at the local level. And I would be happy if senior alumni who are in, especially across the globe, could help junior young alumni to get settled in terms of their life options, their life choices, and their professional opportunities. That's the first, the opportunity for networking, not just for business, but even for fun, to meet once in a while, twice or thrice or 4 times a year, depending on the situation and the availability of people. So if there's a small core group, who could take that forward in these different spaces across the globe, that would be wonderful. The second is to ask what the college could provide the alumni, and maybe you can submit some ideas to us at xdp@xaviers.edu. That's the Xavier Development Program, xaviers.edu. Write into us and instruct us or elicit some support from us that we'd be happy to give, to share with you and to provide. One of this is in fact to kickstart our new alumni association. We have a very old alumni association which was a registered society. The resuscitated version of that will be a college-run alumni association to start with. So that's one way the college could support alumni. And another one is the institution or the initiation of these chapters in India and across the world. Another aspect of this alumni college connect would be, in what ways could alumni support the college? Now under the National Education Policy, internships have become mandatory. They are part of the credit-based system. So we'd be happy if you could support us with internships in your companies, in the companies of your friends or other contacts. Our students are very good quality students, and they would benefit from those moments of internship, and more than internship, placements. We have a lot of companies who come to our college for placements, not only for the Management Institute and the Communications Institute. For the main college, we've got several of our college students who get recruited soon after college. So if you can help us with internships, with placements, with your area of expertise, guest lectures, if you could be on our board of studies. Also for fundraising, if you know of companies who can help us with CSR support, that would be really wonderful. We are very blessed that over the past 2 years, Wallace Pharmaceuticals has helped us with a substantial fund to plant a lot of solar panels on 2 of our terraces, and we are going to do something similar in the next summer with similar funds provided by Wallace. So that helps to offset the air conditioning that we've introduced more and more because of climate change on our campus. And besides that, we've got several other smaller donors and big donors as well who've supported us with their personal funding or CSR funding. And finally, I think it would be nice if these alumni chapters of ours could focus on some social project that they could come together and offer their local communities. The college has a long-standing social involvement program, SSL, Social Service League, And I think one of the contributions of Xavierites in the future is to continue to contribute socially. And I do believe if we start some projects at the local level as Xavier's alumni, that could help to anchor this networking of our chapters. As alumni of our college, it would be wonderful if you could promote the values that you have learnt in the college. And I think two of those values which are quite prominent and quite necessary today, one would be peacemaking, the creation of spaces of harmony between people who come from different backgrounds, whether it is nationalities, whether it is religions, races, castes, different classes. If you could be peacemakers, given the beautiful atmosphere that you've enjoyed at Xavier's, if you could, given your position, your circle of influence, if you could become a peacemaker, a person who introduces harmony into those settings, that would be wonderful. The second is if we could create a culture of social equity more and more, and if we could use our influence to create more just systems and structures. India is really a fast moving economy, but we've yet to reach that point, and I hope that it comes up sooner than later, where it should not make too much of a difference whether you're living in a village or whether you're living in a big city. And within the cities, that there should not be such a huge difference between those who have tremendously and those who really have to struggle. So these are two areas that I think alumni could contribute in. One is more at the personal, interpersonal, social level of harmony and peace. And the second is to bring about more economic justice, more parity, more equity. You continue to be one of our best ambassadors, and we, St. Xavier's College, are really proud that you have been with us as a student. You've learnt through the ups and downs of college life, through all the contacts that you have, the friends that you've made, and that you've taken it to the next level and beyond. Thank you for being who you are. Our greatest contribution to the world is through you. So we thank you for that, and I wish you all the best for you and your families, that you have a happy, healthy and safe new year ahead. God bless you.